Just recently finished reading Brigands and Breadknives by Travis Baldree. I'm a huge fan of this series. I started with Legends and Lattes, like I imagine most people do, which is a story of an orc starting a coffee shop after giving up her career being in a kind of adventuring team. Then there was a prequel of Bookshops and Bone Dust, and then this is the newest book in the series, and it features one of the characters from Bookshops and Bone Dust. Essentially coming to make a new start and start a bookshop next door to the coffee shop run by the orc that we meet in the first book. However, when she opens a bookshop, she realises that it kind of isn't really what she wants, although she's made this big upheaval and she thinks it's what she wants. She doesn't really want to be a bookseller anymore. It's sort of leaving her quite hollow. She talks about this with one of her friends, gets really drunk and ends up stowing away in this covered wagon with a legendary kind of elf adventurer, and what follows is like a bit of a category of calamity of errors kind of trip, and them making new friends with each other. So, and her discovering kind of her purpose and what she wants to do, which isn't necessarily being an adventurer, but she sort of needs to get away and have a think about what she wants to do with her life and where she wants it to go. And although she's feeling bad about leaving her old friend in the lurch, she's enjoying her new adventures on this campaign. The side characters in this of the elf, various talking swords, and a goblin who is just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful character that really reminds me of various things in like Terry Pratchett's wonderful Discord series. Mostly because the goblin language is essentially made up of mostly swears. The goblin in this keeps disappearing and stealing lots and lots of things, which sometimes come in handy later on. It's told with his trademark humour and kind of cosy pace. I don't know how best to describe that. It's written like at a slow, gentle pace, even though a lot happens and there is actually deaths and kind of fights and all sorts of adventures. You feel like it's a very gentle read. I think anyone looking to enjoy kind of a slower, easier paced fantasy, maybe something as a gateway into reading more of it, you can't go wrong with this series. And I don't think it overly matters what order you read them in, so you could start anywhere with this series because they give you a bit of recap, but they do read pretty well as a standalone. I think the order they came out is Legends and Lattes first, so if you're wanting to go in order, maybe start with that one. But definitely check them out. These are one of my favourite fantasy reads now.